What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Week 3 NFL Against the Spread Picks. Last week, we had a decent week. At least two of us did, me and Nate Dogg. I led the way, actually, at 9-6. Nate went 8-7. Zach went 5-10. Cody, again, with a tough week at 5-10. Nate actually lone wolfed his lock. He's the only one that won his lock. Shout out to that. It was the Seahawks. Great play. That was really smart. Chargers screwed Zach and I over. So lock records, Nate Dogg 2-0. I'm 1-1, and these two guys are 0-2. Cody, struggling to find a rhythm here.
You guys better fade me, man. I'm making y'all money.
Yo, I'm sorry to all my fans. I will be better.
Please fade me, please.
All right, we're going to get right into it. Week 3, Thursday Night Football. The New York Giants heading over to San Francisco. 49ers laying 10 points at home. I will open up. I'm going to lay the 10 points with the Niners. I don't feel great about it. Big line. There's a couple, I think it's 3 games this week with double-digit spreads. So it's the first week that we have these monster spreads to deal with. With the first one here, I'm going to lay the points. Niners at home. Giants, they were my survivor pool pick last week. They almost cost me. They came back, won, but now I kind of want to stay away from them. I just don't know if I believe in Daniel Jones. I'm going to take the Niners. Don't feel great about it, but I'm going to lay the 10 points.
I'm going to agree with the squeeve here. I'm going to go with the Niners. It's a lot of points, but the Giants have been so inconsistent, and I just don't see any chance they cover the spread. So Niners -10, CMC. Let's get it.
Shout out to Giants. Started 60-0. We were outscored to start the season.
And then Dable took over the play calling for the fourth quarter.
Is that the sign of something to come?
Yeah, maybe.
Start cooking? I don't know.
Potentially.
How many points for this guy?
Honestly, this is tough already. Damn.
It's interesting.
It's a tough week.
That's a lot of points. I'm going to go Giants here to keep it close. Yeah. They're not going to win the game, but I think 10's for what they did last week, I feel like 10's against San Fran too, I feel like they play usually good, so I'm close. Scratch all that. I forgot Saquon's out. Give me the Niners. No, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Niners.
San Fran. Nope.
Yeah, so I'm going to be... This is actually going to be... What is it? The lightning surge?
Storm surge.
I'm all over the Niners here. No Saquon. It's going to be tough for this team to get first downs. I mean, I don't know how they're going to move the ball. They were getting lucky against the Cardinals. They were throwing deep balls to fucking Jalen Hyatt, making crazy catches. I just don't think that... It's not sustainable. Against Hufanga and Fred Warner,
Jalen Hyatt.
Somebody's going to get hurt. Yeah, somebody's going to get hurt in this game.
All laying double digits. I'm sure
we're laying the double digits with the Niners.
Yeah, that should go well.
So take the Giants. I think every time we've had a lock, we had Chargers twice and Giants -6 last week. We're 0-3 when all of us agree.
Yeah, so take the Giants. Take the Giants.
Moving on, Sunday, 1 o'clock, Titans 1-1 at the Browns, 1-1 as well. The Browns laying 3 points at home. Cody, I'll let you open this one up.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm not big on the Titans. I'm not really huge on this team at all, but they always manage to keep the game close for some reason. And I think Deshaun Watson is having just an issue. I don't know what the problem is.
He's had some of those in the past.
Yeah, he's just having a hard time getting back to his old self. So I'm going to go with Tannehill on the road here and the Titans +3. I think they can keep this game close. I'm not saying they're going to win this game, but the Browns they weren't impressive last night against the Steelers. They had a chance to win that game, ice the game, then they decided to turn it over. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with the Titans here.
That's a good point, too. All odds are FanDuel as of Tuesday of the week. That's every week. All right, Nate, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm all on the Titans here. I believe Derrick Henry is going to do much better than my boy Najee did yesterday against the Browns defense. And I think the Titans can even scrap out a win. I don't see Deshaun Watson
playing. They can definitely win the game,
yeah. I don't see Watson playing that great with, Titans run offense. And they've been playing teams close this year, so give me the Titans.
Could we have back-to-back storms here? I'm going to take the Titans as well. And this is because Mike Vrabel, I saw a stat, actually, that he is gazillion in 2 or 3.
He's a great coach.
On the road, so Mike Vrabel, +3, Titans, Derrick Henry in the end zone.
DeAndre Hopkins, too.
D-Hop,
I forget. One of the best.
Did he not play last week?
No, he did. He's a game wrecker.
All right, so I've talked a lot on the show already through 2 weeks how much I don't like the Titans. But it's a storm. It's a storm! Because I like the Titans +3. I don't really... As much as I don't like the Titans, and I've been talking shit about them, I don't really like the Browns either. They were good to us week 1.
Yeah, they were.
Against the Bengals, but the Bengals have a whole other set of issues.
Bengals got to figure it out.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Titans. I do really like Vrabel. I don't like the makeup of the roster. I've said it a million times, but Getting points on either side here, I'm going to take the underdog. I think this will be a close game. I think Titans can win it outright. I'll go Titans +3.
When they go down in games, too, they seem to always keep themselves in no matter what. Like they were down against the Chargers, they come back, they take the lead. They go down again, they come back, take the lead.
They're 2-0.
Yeah, that's just what they do. So Vrabel knows what he's doing, I guess.
Before we hit the next game, quick thought, statement I want to make. Last week when I discussed the Steelers-Browns game, I said my thing, I was all hyped for it. Yeah. I forgot one thing. I work with a Browns fan. John Peaks, fuck you.
John Peaks?
Fuck you, John.
Who's that? Browns fan at my work.
Oh, okay. Fuck you, John.
For real.
John.
Fuck you, John.
Fuck you, John.
All right. Moving on, we got a desperation game. Chargers at the Vikings. Both teams 0-2. This might be a season on the line.
Yeah,
the season's over for the loser here. The Vikings, if I'm Vegas, I don't even know what to set this line at. The Vikings are 1.5 favorites. I'll start. I'm done with the Chargers. I'm fed up with them. Brandon Staley, he's got to go. I'm assuming he might get fired after week 3.
He's got to get out of there.
This team has so much talent, yet they cannot put together. And right now, I trust Kirko over there more than the Chargers. I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Vikings. Brandon Staley's going to get out of there if the Chargers want to win because this team is good, but they're just not playing like they don't think the Vikings.
I'm going to have to shout out the Bones man because when I told him my pick last week, he was iffy about it and he said Staley sucked and I still went with the Chargers. So,
he does suck.
I'm going with my boys here, the Vikings. The Vikings are a goofy-ass team to watch because they put up numbers, but last week, they never had a chance of beating the Eagles. And Kirk threw for 400 yards. So the Vikings are a goofy-ass team, but I think they're going to win this game. They need to get on the track. So
at home.
Kirko Chains, baby. Let's go. Skull Nation, let's go.
Let's ride.
Yeah, I'm with the Kirko Chains,
Fuck the Bolt.
The Vikings, definitely going to be a close game. If I had to choose anything for this game, I would say the over for sure. I don't care if it's 52, I like that. 47, whatever the number is. I love the over.
It's got to be over 50.
I love the over.
It's over 50.
But, yeah.
Defenses.
You don't like those?
No Eckler. Vikings at home. Vikings played the Eagles pretty close. I trust the Vikings in this game.
Hey. I'm going with Kirko Chains as well. Jetta's my guy. Maybe Madison has a good game.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a good game yet. Maybe he has a good game. I don't know.
He just got death threats, too.
Yeah, exactly. So he's on.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got death threats. Yes, he did.
I just like the Vikings here. Justin Herbert, my fantasy QB. I don't think he's the issue. I think it's more comes down to a coaching standpoint. But what's going on with the Chargers right now is just pretty brutal.
Did you use the word atrocious?
No, not that. It's brutal. It's just brutal, and I think the Vikings -1.5 could bring you some coins. So I think we take them here.
Coin.
It's like the third
coin.
Quick note here. First 2 weeks.
We got to hit one of these.
We agreed 3 times total, and now first 3 games.
3 in a row. Yeah.
That's interesting.
One of those has to hit. Yeah. So
maybe that's a sign to come. Maybe we're 3-0 right now.
Yeah, maybe.
3-0.
All right, here we go. Moving on. 0-2. New England Patriots traveling up to Zach Wilson's home. The New York Jets 1-1. They got stomped by the Cowboys last week. The Jets are a 2.5-point dog at MetLife. Cody, what do you got?
It's all the Jets. That's all I gotta say. It's all the Jets here. The Jets at home. You guys see what they did to the Bills at home a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
It was disgusting. And I think Mac Jones is disgusting.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Awful.
Belichick, he has his hands crossed on the sidelines the whole game.
Point on Mac Jones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm never doing that again. Forget it. A lot of units. But I'm going to take the Jets plus the points, but I love the money line. I'm taking the points, though. Zach Wilson, don't do me dirty.
Yeah, I'm on the Jets as well. Jets have a very good defense still. Mac Jones.
Incredible defense.
Mac Jones, I don't think Mac Jones is going to do anything to scare the Jets on offense.
What do you think of the under in this game?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot.
This might be, remember when it was 10, what was it, 10-6 last year?
That game-winning
punt return? Oh, 10-3? No, 9-3. I think it ended 9-3.
3-3 in their punt.
Yeah, and then it was 9-3. That game was disgusting, too, but...
Yeah, and the under will be good.
It's going to be like that again, I think.
Yeah, 9-6.
Yeah. I'm all on the Jets here, the Jets' offense, I think, is more talented than the Pats' anything, so...
That
Jets defense carries them.
They got 2 good running backs.
I agree. The Jets are good solid on both sides of the ball. They have a lot of talent. But I'm going to go with the Pats here. I think I'm going to give Belichick and the Pats one more chance. Mac Jones is sorry, but I believe in their defense. And Zach Wilson is not the quarterback to be getting pressure. He's going to be freaking out in the pocket. So I think the Pats can win this game. Pats -2.5.
Yeah, only a field goal here. Patriots on the road. I mean, I'm going to take the Patriots minus 2.5. I don't like Mac. I don't like this offense. But this is Belichick versus Zach Wilson. And that's just such a mismatch in my head. I can't willingly take the Jets and Zach Wilson.
That's fair.
Plus 2.5 against Bill Belichick.
True.
And I can't see the Patriots going 0-3. They're not that bad. They're just an average team, but they should win this. It's a divisional game. I think it'll be close. I'll trust the better. I mean, Robert Saleh is a good coach, but I'll trust the better coach against a pretty bad quarterback.
When's the last time the Pats actually went 0-3? If
that.
it were to happen, when's
It's
the last time they were
0-2
0-3?
since 2001. I think it was 2001 or something. It was something
It
like
must
that.
be before Brady. Then.
Yeah, so
that'd be insane.
or it might have been Brady's first. I don't even know. It's been a long time.
I mean,
So
it
I
does
don't
make
think
sense
they're
though.
going-
Brady's gone. They're losing games now.
I don't think they're going 0-3 though. I'll take the Patriots. Next up, a game I find pretty fascinating here. This line is 6.5 Commanders. It's the Bills going to Washington. The Commanders, surprise team, 2-0. They haven't played anybody too crazy. The Broncos are decent, I guess. Russell Wilson's still good. He looked good.
I don't know about that one.
He's so
All
bad.
right, first of all, are the Commanders
The
for
Make-A-Wish
real?
touchdown at the end. Sheesh.
Are the Commanders for real? I think is the first question you would ask. I kind of lean still. I think they're just very average. I'll take the Bills minus 6.5. But if the Commanders cover this, I think they might be a lot better than we think.
Yeah, I think Silky Sam Howell has been looking really good.
Sammy
Sosa!
Sammy Sosa, Silky Sam, all that. But it's all Bills here. Bills minus 6.5. Josh Allen's heating up. He started slow, but he just had a good game, and he's going to continue that for weeks to come. Bills minus 6.5.
Yeah, tough spread here, but I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think they keep this game close. And, I mean, Josh Allen, week 1, lots of turnovers. Week 2, playing a weak, suspect Raiders defense, had a better game.
Yeah, you could say that.
The Commanders, the defense, I like what they're doing on defense. I mean, Russell Wilson just lit them up, but overall, I think their defense is pretty decent.
Are the Commanders a playoff team?
I wouldn't count them out, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't count.
The NFC is very, very weak, to say the least.
Especially if they keep this game close, then they could be a surprise team. But give me the Commanders.
I'm riding with Nate Dogg here. I have taken the Commanders
Seems a lot
the
of,
first 2
me
weeks.
and
They're
you.
1-1.
This happens a lot.
Yeah, they're 1-1 against the spread right now. I took that
Yeah,
money line
nice.
against the Broncos. I really like this team. Any team that's on the road down 21-3 that can make a comeback and then on top of it win that game against a very good defense. We're not going to act like a Sean Payton coach defense isn't a
It
good
doesn't even
defense.
matter.
Yeah,
Whenever
no.
you come back 21-3.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter to the team. Just
come
like
on.
the Giants, they could I didn't say that, but the Giants could easily cover against the Niners. But over here, I'm gonna go with the Commanders plus 6.5. I think it's a good spot for them. I like Sammy Sosa. I like Chase Young, and it looks like there's a lot of good chemistry with this team. I saw them all celebrating after the game. It looked like it was Broncos
Scary
country.
Terry.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Scary Terry
Bieniemy-
making plays. Jahan Dotson. They got a lot of athletes. Brian Robinson looking really good. Antonio Gibson in the mix.
Good.
They all look good, man. So plus 6.5 at home, it's too much. Ron Rivera gets it done here.
Oh, yeah.
Bieniemy, the OC too.
Yeah.
Next up, we got an AFC South matchup. The Houston Texans 0-2 at the Jacksonville Jaguars 1-1. The Jaguars are laying 9.5 points. Cody, I'll let you start this one.
I'm gonna take the 9.5 for the home team here with the Jaguars. CJ Stroud did look good last week. I think he led the NFL in passing. I think
He
had,
did.
Almost 400.
He did
He
have
almost had
87.
400 yards, but
Yeah.
a lot of that had to do with that they were down so much against the Colts throughout that game. It was a lot of garbage time stuff. I don't think that's the case against a really good Jaguars defense that only allowed the Chiefs to have 17 at home.
Yeah,
It was 17,
It
right?
was 17-9, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the Jags can win this game by double digits here, so I'm just going to lay the points with the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence bounces back.
Yeah, this game another tough one for me, but I am high on the Jaguars for the whole season, and I trust their offense. But division game, that spread, I'm going with the Texans. I'm going with the Texans. I don't know if the Jaguars are ready to, after last week to the next week over to really blow the Texans out. Stingy defense, division matchup.
It was such a letdown last week, and now to get up again here. I mean, they're at home. I don't know. It's a tough game.
It is a tough game, but I mean, Jaguars. I still take them to win the game, but give me the Texans for the spread. Trevor Lawrence doesn't rebound like that this week.
Yeah, this is a tough game, but with everything Dugan said, I agree with. I think this is going to be close somehow. I think T-Law is going to throw some picks and make it close. I think the Texans are going to cover this spread. I don't think they're going to win. But C.J. Stroud, yeah, he had garbage time yards, but he showed he could throw the ball. So
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep it close. Texans plus the number.
Yeah, I'm going to make Cody a lone wolf here. I'm going to take the Texans plus 9.5. I'm not huge on C.J. Stroud. Out of the rookie class, I thought it was Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, then C.J. Stroud. But he's throwing the ball well. I mean, is a lot of garbage time yards, like you said. The Jaguars' defense, I mean, they looked really good against the Chiefs. I'm going to give them that.
It looked really
but I
good.
just think in the divisional game, the Texans, I feel like this might just be a gut thing, but I feel like they play the Jaguars kind of close sometimes. I'm going to roll with the Texans. I think the Jaguars win, but I think it might be like a field goal.
This could be a game when it's like they're up 14 the whole game.
Yeah.
And the last drive they get a touchdown.
Back door's open.
They're
I'll take the
not
Texans.
going to win the game.
I'll take the Texans plus 9.5. Jaguars to win, but I'll take the Texans on the spread. Next up, we got the Colts at the Ravens. Ravens 2-0. They're laying 8.5. Kind of a hefty number. Anthony Richardson, I'm not sure his status. He's still questionable.
Yeah, I feel like he's not going to play.
Either way,
Minshew looked great anyways.
Minshew did look great. I've been back and forth on this. Like, I was just about to say Ravens, and now it's really tough. I'm actually going to let you start it because I had to think about it. This is a tough game. This is the only one that I'm like...
Richardson was about to put up 40 points for me.
Yeah, this game really my decision really depends on who's quarterbacking a little bit because it's a different game plan for both quarterbacks. But from what we understand right now, it's looking like it's Minshew. So if it is Minshew, I'm going to be taking the Ravens here minus 8.5. They just have a very swarming. It's at home in Baltimore. They have a swarming pass rush. I think Minshew, it's going to be a much bigger difference compared to that Houston Texans pass rush, which is very slow. They're not very dynamic. There's a lot going on with John Harbaugh.
Stuck in the mud over there.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I would say that, and I would say the Ravens minus 8.5. I'm laying it.
I'm going with the Colts here.
This guy hates Baltimore.
No, I picked them last week.
That's true.
Wolf on the Bengals.
That's right.
The Ravens.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, honestly, what the Colts have done the past 2 weeks, granted, the first game against the Jaguars, like, shouldn't have been as close as it was. But I don't know. I feel like the Colts, like, OBJ being hurt, like, the Ravens loves to be in close games, like, overall, like, no matter who it is. You know, they do have their blowouts, but, like, whether it's Richardson or Minshew, like, when Richardson got hurt, Minshew came in and still kept that offense flowing pretty well, kept it going. And, I mean, last year, too, I mean, remember that game they had? I mean, Ravens won the game, big comeback, they were down a lot. So I just think it's like, a Colts-Ravens thing. I feel like they always play tight for some reason. So
is OBJ
give me the Colts for the spread.
Does that really matter?
Playing. It does matter.
They said the injury's not serious. It's not serious.
I mean, he had like 3 catches.
All
right, I'm going to take the Ravens minus 8.5. I don't think Anthony Richardson's going to play because he was in concussion protocol and he's a rookie. I feel like you'd want to like give him. You kind of want to give him like.
They're careful with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a stud. He had 2. He was. I mean, he's going to get hurt if he's playing like that though. So who knows? Yeah. But yeah, I think the Ravens are just a better team. Lamar Jackson looks good. Zay Flowers is raw.
Nasty.
He's raw, and
Very
and I think the Ravens are going to get this done. Minus 8.5.
This is tough. I still don't know. I'm going to go Colts plus 8.5. I don't have this feels like a flashback to week 1 when I took the Texans to cover against the Ravens and the Ravens blew them out. But I'm going to try again with another AFC South garbage team. I'm going to take the Colts plus 8.5. They impressed me last week. I just think they can. I think Ravens win the game, but I'll take the Colts in the points.
Yo, this game right here, oh man.
It's another tough one. We got the Atlanta Falcons 2-0.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Detroit.
For sure.
I guess I'll start. The Lions are -3. I'm gonna take the Lions -3. The Seahawks played the Lions really tough last week. They won, so they obviously played them tough. They looked really good. The Lions defense looked really suspect. But I think that's Geno Smith being Geno Smith, and that dynamic Seahawks offense. Doing what they do. So I'm going to take the Lions. 3. If it was 3.5, it would suck. I don't like that hook, but it's just 3. I think we could get a push here, honestly. So I'm going to lay the 3. Don't love it.
Yeah, this is a tough game. I thought a lot about this game, and I really, really like the Falcons, but I'm going with the Lions. I still think Bijan looks ridiculous, but I think the Lions' offense is just way more explosive. And exactly, they're humming. So I think the Lions will win this -3. Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown and all the other guys are gonna win this game. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a ride with Jared Goff here with the Lions, and I think Falcons got a very good defense. I feel like at this point there, for the most part, they're pretty solid. Lions' offense might get slowed down a little bit than the past couple of weeks, but I'm going to keep strong with the Lions at home here. I think they get the job done. I know, but overall the Falcons, like, it's so hard to figure out this year with like, spreads and stuff. Like, can't figure them out. 2-0 start, but make it 2-1. Give me the Lions.
Very early.
I'm going to have to fade the boys here. I'm going to go with the Falcons here. They're 2-0. I just like that backfield. I like what they got going on. That defense is swarming. the secondary is impeccable.
AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates.
Very good secondary. I think Goff's going to have a hard time with those young guys back there. Just could be picking them up. I know Grady Jarrett's been great, so I could see him having a big day. I just think
AJ Terrell, nasty corner too.
Yeah, Cole was just saying that. I just think like overall, I think the Falcons I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. This is a team that's 2-0 right now. You can see this team rip off 3 or 4 straight. I think Arthur Smith's a really good coach. He does a lot of really good play calling.
I want to say I don't know what the odds are, but to win the division, I don't know if it's worth it now. But to win the NFC South, I think the Falcons are.
They just beat a really good Packers team too. Like the Packers are not a bad team. They're a really good team. So and they just beat them. They were down 12 going into the fourth.
Bet on Desmond Ridder and see where that gets you.
Yeah, I guess they just have a lot of grit. So I'll take the Falcons there.
Next up, this is a tough game in my opinion. Saints at the Packers. Packers a 2-point favorite. Cody, where are you going on this one? This is a tough one, I think, too.
This one's tough.
I'm going to take the Packers in Lambeau here. I really don't – I'm not impressed with Derek Carr. Like, he almost gave that game away multiple times last night. Yeah, he looked awful.
Yeah, he was bad.
There's a lot of chances for the Panthers to win that game, and Bryce Young, no disrespect, but he just didn't look great.
We've been high on Bryce Young.
I thought he looked really good in the preseason, but it's preseason. So. Yeah. But, I'll take the Packers with the 2 points here. I think they can get that done. I know Aaron Jones is out. Christian Watson questionable still. But I think they get it done here. Good defense against a, bad offense. So
they might come back this week, no?
They're questionable.
Yeah.
Even if they're out or in, I don't care. I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I agree with Cody with, Derek Carr, and, he hasn't really shown too much so far. Not playing his best ball, and I think, Saints defense, they've been pretty solid overall, pretty steady.
They don't look connected right now, that offense.
Yeah, the offense is out of sync.
Did you see that?
He was so frustrated. Yeah,
he was so frustrated. Like, the routes weren't timed right.
He loves Michael Thomas, though. He's throwing at him.
He does.
Mike T, oh my gosh.
He loves it.
Yeah, Jordan Love's been, rolling. He might even lead the league in touchdowns through the first 2 weeks, or tied for the lead. He's up there.
He's got 6, right?
Yeah, he's up there.
My dynasty quarterback.
Dynasty QB.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Love. Mine too in our dynasty
Jordan
league.
Love.
That being said, though, I'm on the Saints.
All right.
I'm on the Saints.
Simple. Zach.
All right. So Derek Carr looked terrible last game. I mean, they should have lost that game if Bryce Young just doesn't have the weapons around him. If he had any weapons, I think they would have won that game. Derek Carr was frustrated.
Your bullet, bro. You're wearing Adam Thielen.
I know he's good, but he's old and his ankle's all fucked up. He's a good player, but he cannot create space. Like he's their wide receiver one. Yeah,
he's a shell of himself.
What game are we on? Yeah, so I think my pick here is all based around Derek Carr. He just doesn't look good. He's frustrated with himself, with the team, and the Packers look together as a unit. So I think they're going to win this game in respectable fashion. Go Packers.
Okay, what's our respectable fashion?
Bro, wherever he goes,
10 points. 10 points.
The losses seem to follow Derek Carr. Like wherever he is, he just loses.
They're 2-0.
He seems to be
good.
No,
I know, but he's gonna lose now.
I said it was a tough game, but I do really like the Saints in this spot. +2. I really like their defense. I think their defense is really impressive.
Yeah.
I think in a game like this where either offense, Jordan Love's impressing me. Again, fantasy, dynasty league, love it. But
love it.
That blown lead, don't like it, love it.
Wish it won it.
But no, I'm loving it, Jordan Love.
True.
I'm taking the Saints because again, I don't think in a game like this, it's like neither offense is like overwhelming. But
I was just laughing. No, keep going. I'm not even laughing at you. I'm not even laughing. I'll tell you later.
And they blew that lead to the Falcons. I think that was a bit concerning. It was 24-12. Me and Zach were on the Packers. You two were on the Falcons last week. The Packers really blew that game. So I'm going to take the Saints. I think this will be a good game, but I think the Saints will win. What are you laughing at? Can I do this again?
No, dude. Please.
Broncos.
The ship sunk, dude.
Broncos at the Dolphins. Dolphins laying 6.5. I'm going to start on that end of the table.
I've been making a lot of money fading this dude on the Denver Broncos. Great coach, horrible quarterback. It's just the end of the story.
He played well.
What?
He's
better than last year for sure.
Dude.
Yeah, to this point, he's been last
year. Blowing an 18-point lead at halftime isn't playing well.
The offense finally showed up, and the defense blew it. It's like
I wouldn't say it's playing well. But, yeah, I'll take the Dolphins minus 6.5. They're just gonna blow. 2 of them might have 5 touchdowns here, 6, 7. I don't know. It's
maybe 8.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's no Pat Surtain's the only good cornerback they have on this team, so. He'll probably go on 2, but then you have Jalen Waddle who's questionable.
You heard it from Cody. All 7.5 over touchdowns for Tua. So
something like that. He's gonna have a lot of TDs in this game. I think I'll go with the Dolphins spread here, though. They're at home as well, so.
I really do believe Russell Wilson looks at this point like he's definitely better than last year, and like we'll see if that road continues, like how he does. But I love the Dolphins to win this game, but I'm not convinced they can win by 7. So give me the Broncos to cover. Yeah, but overall, like the speed for the Miami is too like it's gonna be too much. But I don't think it'll be that much enough that the Dolphins will win by 7
It's a
points.
little game.
Yeah, I can see something. I can see something like that happening. Maybe.
I'm not up yet.
Keep riding them, bro. You'll go broke.
Yeah,
Broncos country.
I could see Tua throwing some picks here, making this game close when it shouldn't be because he's not that great of a quarterback. But I'm gonna go with the Dolphins -6.5. Russell Wilson, last year he looked terrible. This year he looks a little bit better. So, yeah, Tua's a little bit better than Russell Wilson. So I'm gonna go -6.5.
Which is crazy, right?
Which is crazy. Yeah, he's not.
I don't even think Tua's that good.
Crazy,
bro.
This game's tough. I was going to take the Dolphins, but I'm going to take the Broncos +6.5. This was a really when Tua was coming out of college, people compared him to Russell Wilson. I thought at the time it was really disrespectful to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's not playing bad. If you watch that game against the Commanders, he threw for what? 3 touchdowns, I think, 300 yards. It was like a decent game out of him. It was a good game. Yeah.
That was probably like his first good
Bro,
game
he
in
threw
like
a
a year.
50-yard garbage time touchdown that got bounced twice, and then it landed in the
I
receiver's
know.
hands.
But even for that first half, they played good. I think they might even win this game, actually. But I'm going to take the points. I think they might win this game. I'll take the points +6.5. I think I might have to... you might have to get me to like...
CVA money line special.
I'm addicted. You have to give me an AA or something for taking the Broncos right now
dude.
if they lose this game.
I mean, they're 0-2, and they're going away against a good AFC East team.
I'm like an addict here. I'm going back to it.
I ain't even gonna lie though. Like for some reason, I can see the Broncos winning this game.
And I think it's going to be because Tua throws like 3 picks. That's the only.
It would be something like
reason.
that.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, that's the only reason I think.
Especially if
Waddle still Dolphins -6.5.
All right, next up, the Panthers 0-2. Bryce Young and the boys going to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Seahawks laying 5.5 points. I'll open because you know where I'm going. Seahawks -5.5. They were back last week. 37-31 overtime. Tyler Lockett is the most clutch, most reliable wide receiver in the NFL. DK looks pretty good. He got a little banged up. I'm a little worried about that. Defense is still very suspect. Also very concerned about that. But Jamal Adams should be back soon. Tariq Woolen has been banged up. He got banged up, so if he's healthy, this defense can come together. I think be like a top 15 unit, like top half of the league eventually. But right now, Geno and the boys, man, K9, Lockett, JSN. Look for JSN to have a big week.
Yeah,
it's
so good.
He's gotten a few catches each week. He's ready to break out. Seahawks -5.5 in a rout.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
20 points.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, Tyler Lockett's a top 15 receiver, and he's like 13, 14. He's solid, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Very good receiver.
The Seahawks looked great last week, and that was because the Lions' defense sucks. That game is always an over game, as it was last year.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm going to take the Panthers here. Bryce Young, I think he gets his first win in the NFL against the Seahawks. So, Bryce Young, baby. Adam Thielen, little my guy. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Bryce Young, let's go.
Yeah, before I open up to my thoughts on the game, I will say, Seattle was my CMCO pick of the week. He kept me undefeated. Also, my fantasy lock of the week, Geno Smith. I said he's getting 25 to 30 points. Cash that. That being said, this game. No. I'm going with Seattle for the spread.
I was like,
I'm definitely going to be alone.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers make this much closer than that.
Bryce Young, bro, he's ready. He's ready for this moment.
But I have no reason not to go against Seattle at this point, so I'm picking Seattle.
Yeah, there's not much to be said here. I like Seattle at home, 5.5. I'm just going to lay the points with Seattle. I like Tariq Woolen.
Hey, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I like Seattle here, so I also predicted them to beat the Lions last week, which they did. So I'll hammer Seattle here with the points.
I did too. Except I guess it doesn't count when I did.
Yeah, you think they're gonna win every week?
Hey, remember week 1 when I was alone? So
all right, Lone Wolf.
Yep, Lone Wolf, baby.
All right, back-to-back games coming up here with just brutal spreads. All right, Bears 0-2.
Wait, what's the number?
12.5.
12.5.
12.
The next two.
12.5. That's why I was laughing.
Bears 0-2 at the Chiefs 1-1. 12.5-point favorites are the Chiefs at home. Cody, I'll let you start. This is a tough. It's in the NFL. It's tough with these numbers.
Here in this spot, I have no reason to back up Justin Fields anymore. I've taken the Bears the past 2 weeks, and I've lost the past 2 weeks. It's pretty bad, to say the least. I think Justin Fields is blind.
He's a blind toddler.
He's a blind sheep. He's missing his receivers. I don't know what he's looking at. He must be seeing ghosts like Mr. Sam Donald. I don't know. The Chiefs are at home in Arrowhead. The crowd's going to be buzzing. The Chiefs they got to get another win. They got to go over 500. They're 1-1 right now. I think the Chiefs rout them here. I think this game isn't too close. I think they can win by 2 scores. So I'll take the Chiefs.
I'm not big on these spreads.
This is
That's a lot. It's a lot.
So you can't feel good about this either way.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Bears here.
But saying that out loud, that doesn't feel
good. It does not feel good, but no, the Chiefs' defense isn't overall like I know they locked up the Jags pretty well, but their offense isn't that. Their defense isn't that scary enough to me to like contain Fields by that much. I think you might have a decent showing on Sunday.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I'm not gonna lie here either. Like I haven't even been that impressed with the Chiefs' offense to this point to even trust that they'll cover that like that.
20 points in 17 and stuff.
Yeah.
This week's
weird to say, but give me the Bears.
You're going Chiefs?
I don't know yet. Yeah, 12 is a lot of points here. Shout out Javon Epps.
Basically 13, you know.
It's a lot of points.
Killer Trav is back, and he had a touchdown, but I think it's gonna get better each week. His volume's gonna keep going up.
Tony had a couple catches too.
Yeah. There you go. KT. Yeah, this is gross. 12.5 is very gross, but I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here, minus 12.5. Justin Fields is a blind toddler. He's my dynasty quarterback, so I got to figure that out. But yeah, I mean, my homeboy, Travis, KT, he's so good. Butterfingers. But yeah, Chiefs minus 12.5.
Right. I'm gonna go Bears plus 12.5. I think this is the type of game where it's like going in the fourth quarter, Chiefs up between 10 and 17 points. And I think that's like the back door.
Meemaw?
Yeah.
Meemaw from the back door? Oh boy. Never liked seeing her, dude. Sorry.
Alright. I'll go Bears plus 12.5. I think they get a gross cover. Similar to what we saw with the Rams. That fucked over Cody. We all covered the Rams this week plus 8. It was on Tuesday, and they kicked that late game field goal. So I think it's similar to this.
Sean McVay deserves to be investigated as well. I understand the point differential, but
I think the Bears get a backdoor cover here.
Investigation.
We got another 12.5 point favorite. The Dallas Cowboys going to Phoenix to play the Arizona Cardinals. Again, another gross game. I'll open up here. We'll end with the Cowboys fan over there. I'm going to take the Cowboys minus 12.5. Micah Parsons is officially on CBA's top 10 NFL players. He is officially number 2.
Top 10. I was going to say, whoa.
He is number 2 behind Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes, Micah Parsons, maybe Christian McCaffrey at number 3.
And Geno Smith at number 4.
Where's Russell Wilson? 12? 12. No, he is 12.
This is all Cowboys. I don't see how. We talked a lot about Joshua Dobbs on this show, but he played pretty well last week. But against this Cowboys defense, this is no Giants defense. The Cowboys defense is legit. I think they might well be the best unit in the league. I think if the Cowboys want to, they should win this game by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
At least.
Yeah, the Cowboys look legit right now. They look like the best team in the NFL. I'm waiting for that Dak blow up, but I don't know. Maybe it's not coming this year. Maybe they're gonna make a deep run. Who knows? With that being said, Joshua Dobbs versus Dak and the Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Cowboys minus 12.5. I mean, CeeDee's gonna eat up again. The Cowboys look so good right now, and the Cardinals plus 12.5 would feel disgusting.
We get more things for this set. You know, we need one bobblehead. A little Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
We should
He's like the
mascot of
Dobbs.
I would actually love
Cowboys minus 12.5.
Jared Goof would be a nice bobblehead.
Yeah.
Goof and Doobs.
And like a Geno one too, probably.
Yeah.
You finished?
Yeah, Cowboys minus 12.5.
Yeah, the Cowboys look really good right now. 2-0, looking very, very complete. And honestly, they're not going to lose this game. The Cowboys are not going to lose this game. But that spread is too crazy for me to go against the Cardinals, who have been a scrappy team to this point.
They have.
12.5 is a lot.
Covering machine.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas actually covers it, but that's a big spread to take in. The Cardinals are kind of scrappy, so the Cardinals.
Uh-oh.
I understand the Cardinals are 2-0 against the spread. I get all that. They've played 2 sorry teams.
They have played.
I actually think the Commanders aren't that sorry, but they're not as good as the Cowboys.
But the Giants, though.
The Cowboys just beat the Giants 40-0 in their own house. They're going to the Cardinals' own house. The Cardinals just lost to the Giants. If you do simple math in your fucking head, this game isn't close. The game's not close. It just doesn't have to be.
Yo, on Mars, on the moon, on Jupiter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where the game is, like Zach's saying. The Cowboys are routing this team. I don't think it's a very close game. It just wouldn't make sense for it to be. Like, if this game is a 10-point game, it would just be very odd. It would be odd.
Might have to jinx the Cowboys and make this my lock.
I'm going to take the Cowboys minus 12.5.
Lone Wolfing, the Cardinals, and Joshua.
That's
Dukes.
crazy.
The Cardinals
You
can't get
feel good about that, right?
They can't.
Yeah, how good
Loki.
Nate Dugan's just not putting coin on that.
All right, Sunday Night Football. Steelers at the Raiders. Steelers get another primetime game. I don't really want to watch Kenny Pickett in primetime right now.
Hey, in the dome, you might.
Maybe,
Such
but
defense.
this line already moved from when I set up this beautiful document this morning. It's 2.5 now. Raiders at home. I will start. I will take the Steelers again, plus 2.5. I don't really like how Kenny Pickett's playing, but that defense is nasty. TJ Watt and the boys saved them on Monday night against the Browns. I think they do something similar here. I think this might be an under game. I think. I'm kind of leaning that. I don't know what the total is. I imagine this game stays relatively low, like a 13-10. They win by a field goal. They don't even need to win. They can lose by 2. Steelers, plus 2.
Yeah, this is a gross game. Devontae, he apparently he went in a concussion protocol, and they said he was
I think it's
fine, whatever that means. I mean,
He's fine.
who knows? Who knows now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it really depends on him because he's a game changer. I'm going to go with the Raiders minus 1.5. I don't feel great about it, but I think it just depends on Tay for me. The Steelers are very sorry. Kenny Pickett, primetime. Is he good on primetime? Is that his record? Yeah, I'm going to stay with the Raiders here, minus 2.5. Don't feel great about it, but yeah. Jimmy G, baby.
Wow. Jimmy G.
Yeah, like, no surprise here.
What is Jimmy G? The greatest what?
Game manager ever.
Yeah. He's such a
He was
winner.
the game manager on Sunday.
Take a shot
in
and Tom
Buffalo.
Cody says.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows here. I mean, Deontay's not playing, but riding with the Steelers, it's...
When was the last time you got a touchdown?
Oh, my God.
That's yeah, it's
Deontay's
wild,
a
but
sorry
that doesn't
ass
matter.
receiver.
It doesn't matter. He averages 85 catches for...
I know, but
that's
he's
not a sorry
so
receiver.
sorry.
When was the
bro.
last time you had a touchdown?
Yeah.
No, answer the question.
That's a big
I
call.
genuinely don't know. It's been so long.
2021. Some point in 2021.
Interesting.
I don't know what week, but...
Was it a good
2021.
touchdown?
Probably. I mean, he's a good route
Was it
runner right now.
clutch?
Probably. Yeah, anyways.
Route,
Dude, he
probably.
drops a lot of balls, too, I feel
Yeah,
like.
what is good about him, honestly?
What?
All right, go ahead.
I'm having enough of the Steelers slander here, you know, like...
He's better than Tyler Lockett, though.
The Steelers...
I'm done.
The Steelers, you know, I think they win this game. I'm all on them. The Steelers have had... Yes, their offense has been pretty, like, you know, like, hasn't been very impressive so far. Granted, they've played, like, arguably 2 of the top 5 best defensive lines in the league and defenses as a whole. I think that's a contributing factor. Matt Canada sucks. Matt Canada sucks. But I will say, you know, against a very, again, suspect Raiders defense in the dome, I think Steelers kind of a bounce back offensive game in this one. You know, like the defense, Jimmy Garoppolo might be the greatest manager of all time in the words of Cody, but even that isn't going to save him from TJ Watt in this defense. Like I don't see it happening. And you know, like when it comes to the best players in the league, I think TJ Watt has to be in the conversation too. You know, our record with him compared to without him, 81.5 career sacks in 89 games. Most of the Steelers history.
We'll put TJ.
Yeah.
Steelers. I like them to win this game, and honestly, like might be a hot take here, but I think they put up over 20 offensive points this game.
Ooh.
That's
A little ballsy take,
the
but
bar. 20 points.
I'm going to ride with Nate Dogg here in Colton. I'm going to go with the Steelers here. I think TJ Watt, Highsmith, they look fantastic on Monday night against the Browns. So
That is what the spread for me.
I think I'm just going to go with the Steelers plus 2.5 and just pray that defense does the same inside the dome. Let's get it. Go Steelers.
All right, another Monday night doubleheader. First up, Eagles at the Buccaneers. Two 2-0 teams. One expected, maybe one's very surprising. The Buccaneers are plus 5.5 at home. Cody, are you back in your division rivals, or are you going with Baker Mayfield?
I'm going to go with the Eagles minus 5.5 here in Tampa. I think when you look at the quarterback marquee matchup here, you look at Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts, there's just one that can do a lot more than the other. And I think Jalen Hurts can put up a lot of points with this offense. I know I've been hearing some stuff where they want to get A.J. Brown going a lot, and I think he'll be a big factor in this game. He's a physical receiver, and the corners in the secondary on the Buccaneers. They're decent, but they're not that great, and I think he's better. So I'll just go with the Eagles with the points here, -5.5.
Another tough
This
one
is
here.
tough.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is tough. You know, like Eagles secondary, good corners, Bucks good receivers. Bucks at home. Mike Evans went off last week, but like I don't know if he's going to replicate that against the Eagles defense.
It's tough.
That being said, I think I'm going to go with the Buccaneers at home, the +5.5. I think the Bucks. Now Baker's playing kind of scrappy, you know. He's keeping the game. He's got that dog in him.
You lone wolf the Bucks both weeks and won both times.
He's not a lone wolf this time.
I know that. Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact.
Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Bucks.
I mean, Jalen Hurts. This could be a blowout. Could be a blowout. But he didn't look great against the Vikings. They kind of looked like they were falling apart a little bit. I mean, the Vikings just lose games like that all the time, so I'm used to that shit. But I think I'm going to take the Bucks here with Dugan's +5.5. Baker Mayfield, very scrappy. I think he finds a way to cover and maybe possibly win this game.
Yeah, honestly,
but then again, AJ Brown, I think he could. I don't know. I'm sticking with the Bucks +5.5.
I'm gonna go Eagles -5.5. I'm with Cody here. I think the Bucks' little run here to begin the year comes to an end against a very good Eagles team. The Eagles, had that shaky win against the Patriots. They almost blew that lead, and then they kind of let the Vikings come roaring back. Although that game was never really a question.
It was never.
But they're letting teams score on them late. That's why it makes me scared when a spread's even more than 3 points for the Eagles right now. But I think they can do enough to win this game by a touchdown. So I will take the Eagles on the road -5.5.
Let's go.
Both 2-0 teams too. That's a game one of them's gonna lose.
Yeah, I know. And seeing the Bucks 3-0, I don't know.
That
is kind of fishy.
Bucks.
Next up, we got the Rams at the Bengals. The Bengals are still favored 2.5. They're 0-2. I really thought last week was the week because the line was fishy. The Bengals were laying 3.5 points after looking so bad in week 1. 3 of us fell into that trap. You took the Ravens, and I clowned you for it, and you were right. Here, I'm gonna take the Bengals one more time here. Like they gotta get going. I love Puka Nacua. Nasty. He's nasty. He doesn't even have a touchdown yet, and he has like 50 fantasy points. Crazy. Jeez. Bengals are familiar.
Dynasty, right?
Yeah, I have him in Dynasty League, and
he definitely leads the league in catches, right?
He's like 15, like he's like almost 7. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bengals here and just hold my breath because I don't get how they go 0-3 with this talented roster. Joe Burrow, I don't know what's wrong with him, but I think he figures it out at home. Monday Night Football, prime time, under the lights, Bengals by 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going with the Bengals here too, but I
just keep doing it. We keep falling.
I mean, like Joe Burrow, I don't even know if he's playing, but I'm gonna go on the hunch that he's playing this game, and they gotta win this game. Like, how can you lose to Puka Nacua? I don't know.
Stafford's been looking really good.
Yeah, I don't know here. I'm gonna stay with the Bengals -2.5. Jamar Chase, bro, figure it out. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he's a big fan. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say, as much as I would love the Bengals to be 0-3, if Burrow was out, which he's probably going to play, but if he was out, I would hammer the Rams here. But him playing at home against a team he lost to in the Super Bowl, like he has that edge. I feel like he has that like natural like competitive spirit. He thinks of the shit. He's like, the Rams fucking beat me in the Super Bowl. He's like angles them again. Yeah. Jamar Chase should have a bounce back game in this one. Give me the Bengals. Puka Nacua, though, might have 10 for 130 again, but...
He probably will. I'm also going to go with the Bengals -2.5.
Storm!
When you see a low number with Burrow like that, it's almost like when you see a low number with Mahomes. You see a low number with Mahomes, you take it. You see a low number with Burrow, I think you just take it. He's at home, it's prime time, and like Nate Dogg was saying, this is the team that took his dream away. They took that dream of the ring and put no one on his finger.
That's true.
I think the Bengals in a route here. I think the Bengals.
Does he care that much though after getting paid?
I think he does.
That's a question.
I think he's that guy.
As a competitor, like you.
I'd hope so, right?
I think they win by a decent chunk here.
All right, now time for locks of the week. Nate Dogg sitting over there with 2-0, 2 locks correct. I'm 1-1. Fuck the Chargers. Cody and Zach yet to win a lock. I'm going to kick it off this week. I'm going to go Patriots -2.5. Fuck the Patriots.
Wow.
But I really think the Jets, Zach Wilson versus Bill Belichick. It's that simple. I cannot see the Patriots losing this game, and I think they could win this easily by... I think it's still because the offenses aren't good enough. I think the Jets defense is still really good, but I think this is a lock. I think the Patriots win this game by at least 3 points. Cody.
I'm going to be taking the Falcons +3 for my lock. I really like how they're looking right now. They're 2-0, and I think they're going to be 3-0. I think the Lions are very suspect, as we saw last week against the Seahawks here. So, yeah, I'm just going to take the Falcons. I really like that running duo they got. I think Bijan is good for a touchdown this week. I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, my lock of the week, I'm going to go with the Vikings Chargers over.
What's
That's
the
my
total?
honestly, I don't know the total. I don't even know the total, but
Over
the
53.5.
over Chargers Vikings. That's my lock of the week.
53.5.
You just yoinked your pick again?
I'm going right here, baby.
Wow.
Vikings -1.5. Going against the Chargers after I was just all over them. Let's see how this goes. But you got to change it up when you're trying to find your locks. You got to go to your favorite team. Vikings are going to win this game, baby. They're going to take them down. 14-point win. Let's go. Skull Nation. Let's go. Skull.
I like the Vikings too, honestly.
I'm going to wrap up here with fantasy players of the week. Last week, Cody had Josh Allen. He went off. You had Geno Smith. He went off. Jalen Waddle for me kind of had just an
Killer
average
Trav
week,
had
and
a touchdown.
Yeah, he had 12 points. He really went off.
That's solid, bro. You want to complain about 12 points?
All right, so I'll start again here. I'm going to go Jackson Smith Njigba. He's going to go off this week. Tyler Metcalf and DK. What do you say? Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf will get theirs, but I think JSN's waiting to break out. I think this is the week he does it. Panthers' defense is decent, so I'm a little. Yeah. But
They just lost one of their best players too.
Yeah, JSN. Nate Dogg. Who you got?
I'm torn between two people. If I could pick both, I would, but this is a single lock. It's between George Pickens against the Raiders or Mike Williams against the Vikings, and I'm riding with Mike Will against the Vikings to have a big game.
Interesting.
I like that. Cody?
Yeah, my fantasy player of the week this week is going to be Travis Etienne Jr. from the Jaguars because Zach Moss from the Colts just somehow got 20 PPR fantasy points against the who they just play? The Colts. They just played the Texans. Yeah. So I think Etienne now in Jacksonville against the Texans. I think he has a big game against this Colts defense. So I'm just going to go with them. Gabe Davis?
Yeah, good.
He's been quiet, and that's going to be my guy. I think he's going to catch a touchdown in this game, a long one, too. Deep ball, 60 yards.
Wait, you really thinking Gabe Davis?
Yeah, that's my guy. You're going to start him. That's my guy, yeah. Josh Allen.
He just had a
It's
good
just
week.
funny that you say
Josh, I wasn't going to go with, like, Justin Jefferson or some shit. I'm going to
Travis
find the hidden gems.
Or Travis Kelce, and then
I'm
he puts up
finding you
12
guys
points.
value. That's what I'm here for. Gabe Davis is going to catch a 60-yard ball. That's going to be one of the 5 catches he has for 125 yards and a touchdown. So start Gabe Davis because Josh Allen loves to throw the rock.
All right, guys, there you have it. Week 3 set to go. I'm here to win you money. This guy's going to get back on track, and these two are
big lock, baby.
Place.
Big lock this week.
Looking to pass CVA for the most wins.
Yeah,
I'm down by 1.
That's true. Down to season records. Let's do that.
I would have been up there, but I
I'm
had
17 and 14.
Oh, Zach's
Nate 16 and 15. Zach's 15 and 16. And you're 11 and 20.
Hey, the beautiful thing is,
It's
there's so many games every week, so that can change so easily.
Long season. All right, we'll see you next week, week 4. Enjoy
Changes.
week 3.